Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Kit Week. This is 7 out of 8 of our projects showcased here and on my blog. I don't have a tutorial on how to put it together because Stampin' Up! Very kindly provided us with one that shows you all of the tips and things. So if you head to my blog, link in the description bar, you will see where that tutorial is. What I am going to be doing is sharing all week are my thoughts and tips on putting together the project. So this is the Hello Life project kit. This was in our previous catalogue, Light Perpetual Birthday Calendar. So both of those were in the previous catalogue and they have carried over. I did buy Light Perpetual Birthday Calendar, did buy it in the previous catalogue, not got round to making it. So I have put it together and made a slight little, just one or two tweaks that you can see. I haven't added photos apart from anything because I can't decide which ones yet. And I need to work out how to print them out at the right size for that. But otherwise, this is the essence of it. So if you're looking at the picture here, I've changed this one here, Love This Life. You get all the stickers and I've put Love This Family. And there are tiny little hearts under there. And they are actually the punch outs of this one down here. I decided I wanted to do something bigger. I wanted to Love This Family because I'm going to put my boys in here. And instead of putting the tiny little hearts underneath, I actually took my little heart punch from the Itty Bitty Accents and put bigger ones. There is plenty of cardstock to do that actually, because all of these are die cut. So when you punch them out, you've got all of the cardstock around the edges that you can still do stuff with. So that's where I took it from. What other tips can I give you? Practice your chalk inking first, which is not what I did. Because like I say, you've got lots of the extra cardstock from around the die cuts. You have got room to practice. I wish I had done, which is a shame. Also, perhaps be careful about stamping onto acetate, a bit like my issue with the tin of cards from a couple of days ago. I had slippage with stays on. Doesn't like me. Pom-poms. Well, let's just discuss pom-poms. Let me move that out to one side. Being a very honest Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I like to follow tutorials to the letter, I did. That's my pom-pom. Look, that one's still shedding. Those are my pom-poms, which are ridiculous. I was never very good at making them when I was a child and clearly haven't improved with age. The instructions said to wrap it around your fingers, and so I did. I've pulled them really, really tight to all of those. I shared photos of these on, oh, look, it's still dying. Shared photos of these on my Facebook business page, and everybody gave me loads of tips and basically said go and buy a pom-pom maker. So if you really, really, really want the pom-poms, which are beautiful, let's get nice and close. I mean, you know, seriously, they're stunning. If you really want pom-poms, go and get pom-pom machines, unless you particularly have great talent. But yeah, I'm not very good at them. So I decided I didn't like those. So I made a little adaptation, which are my hearts. And you do obviously get the hearts anyway. You just don't get yellow ones. Hello Honey colour. So what I did was I took my Sweetheart Punch, which I had here. Oh, here it is. Took my Sweetheart Punch. And you need 4 of the hearts. And you do get plenty. And you get plenty of everything. I just punched out 4 and built up my hearts and stuck them on to the baker's twine, and then after about 2 days they all fell off. So I'm going to show you now my final tip to put the last one on, because you need 4 to make it, and you want, where can you see? You want it in that shape, that sort of shape, so it's got a flat back. When you're looking at it, it's got a flat back, and you've got the 3D effect coming forwards. So I just put adhesive across that, and I, you know, kind of stuck it on and didn't really think about what I was doing. Like I say, they all fell off. So I have another little tip for you, and the Sweetheart Punch is exactly the same size. I took some black cardstock, didn't fold this one in half. Are you still going to be able to see that? Okay, there. Fuse all over it. Oops, and apparently on my desk. So a piece of some fuse all over that. There is fuse already on this one. Attach that for a minute and just twist it all to where you can hopefully see. Placed my heart where I wanted it. You seeing that? With the baker's twine going across. Took this one and straight over the top. And that kind of ensured it was going to be a flat back, but with a 3D front, and they haven't shifted at all since. None of them have fallen off at all. they've stayed in place and I'm very happy. And they're cute. And obviously when you've got it hanging on your wall, that's when you fiddle around with your alignment of them. But they kind of hang a bit like that. But it's a really nice kit. There's plenty for you to do an adaptation of this. So you could duplicate it if you wanted to swap out your photos or what have you. You can do that. I have also seen, you know, looking around on Pinterest to see what other people have done, they've changed up the colours completely. I saw a beautiful one in the Coastal Cabana, which was a now retired colour. But I've seen a version with that, so swapping out the yellow, putting in a different colour. This, I think, probably would be a little bit harder to recreate with supplies that you get, but obviously you could certainly recreate it with some bunching and some 3D foam without any issue at all. And just swapping out the colour of the twine here. This is the, oh, it's crushed curry, not hello honey. But yeah, so you just change it up very slightly. No issue at all, but I think it's a really nice piece of wall art, which is obviously what it's designed for. But yeah, those are just my couple of tips and pom-poms. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. If you do make one of these, I'd be interested to see if you've changed the colourway, what you've done, and how you've switched it up a little bit. But thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.